Beyond the Horizon, Part 1. It was a sunny afternoon in the coastal town of Wilmington, known for its sprawling beaches and picturesque sunsets. The sky was a brilliant blue, and the waves crashed against the shore in a rhythm as old as time. In the distance, a lone figure stood by the pier, her silhouette framed by the golden sunlight. This was Eleanor, though everyone called her Elle. At 23, Elle had a way of making everything around her seem more vibrant. With her dark, wavy hair and sparkling green eyes, she was the kind of person people naturally gravitated toward. But today her usual glow was replaced by a distant, almost melancholic expression. Elle worked as a marine biologist, a profession that allowed her to spend hours by the sea, studying the creatures she loved. Yet even the ocean, her lifelong passion, couldn't fill the void she felt. Her heart had been broken once, and she had sworn never to let herself fall again. A fateful meeting. As Elle leaned against the wooden railing, lost in thought, a voice broke her reverie. "Beautiful day, isn't it?" She turned to see a man standing a few feet away. He looked about her age, with unruly brown hair and an easy smile. His blue eyes mirrored the sea behind him. "Yeah, it is," she replied cautiously, her fingers tightening around the edge of the railing. "I'm Jack," he said, holding out his hand. "Elle," she said, hesitating for a moment before shaking his hand. Jack was a photographer, a traveler who never stayed in one place for long. He was in Wilmington for a week to capture the town's beauty for a magazine. He had a way of seeing the world that intrigued Elle, and before long, they were walking along the beach, talking about everything from their favorite books to the meaning of life. A fragile bond. Over the next few days, Elle and Jack grew closer. They spent hours exploring the town, watching sunsets, and sharing secrets they had never told anyone else. Jack's laughter was infectious, and for the first time in years, Elle felt the walls around her heart begin to crumble. One evening, as they sat by a bonfire on the beach, Jack turned to Elle. "Why do you always look like you're carrying the weight of the world?" he asked gently. Elle hesitated. "I've been hurt before," she admitted. "It's hard to trust someone again." Jack nodded. "I get it, but sometimes the risk is worth it." The storm. Just as their bond deepened, a storm hit Wilmington. The rain poured down in sheets, and the wind howled like a wild animal. Jack was supposed to leave the next day, but he decided to stay until the storm passed. Elle invited him to stay at her small cottage by the sea. They spent the night talking by the fireplace, their connection growing stronger with each passing moment. But as the storm raged outside, so did Elle's fears. She couldn't help but wonder if Jack would leave as soon as the skies cleared. Was she just another fleeting moment in his wandering life, a turning point? The morning after the storm, Jack found Elle by the window, staring at the horizon. "I'm not going anywhere, Elle," he said, as if reading her mind. "You say that now," she replied. "But what happens when the next adventure calls?" Jack stepped closer, his voice steady. "You're not just an adventure to me. You're the destination." His words caught Elle off guard, and for a moment she allowed herself to believe him. But deep down, the fear of heartbreak still lingered. A new beginning. As Jack's departure date approached, Elle faced a choice: push him away to protect herself, or take a leap of faith. On his last night in Wilmington, Jack took Elle to the pier where they first met. Under a sky filled with stars, he held her hands and said, "Elle, you make me want to stay. But if you're not ready, I'll wait." Tears welled up in Elle's eyes. "I'm scared," she admitted. "But maybe you're worth the risk." For the first time in years, Elle allowed herself to hope. And as they kissed under the starlit sky, she realized that sometimes love was about finding the courage to let someone in. If you liked the video, please like the video. New on the channel, subscribe to the channel and click on the bell so that the notification of each new video can reach you as soon as possible. See you next video. I am okay till then.